We all need that tribal fire to bring us together and connect us as families and connect us as friends. And we don't have that. We need to get back to a place like this. So Brant's was started in 1956 by Glenn Brant, and he started it in an old Army barracks in Sarasota, Florida. He started off with antiques and books and eventually learned that he liked the books better. So that's what he continued with throughout the years. He passed, and my mom thought, how amazing would it be to have a bookstore? So Mom took over the store, remade it into a charming old bookstore. And then when Mom passed, which is almost 20 years, then I took it over. We had always planned to run the store together, but the universe had different plans, and so I'm now running it myself. One of the coolest things that I found after she passed was a book that was signed to her by Michael Connolly, who is a really famous Florida author. And his mom and my mom were friends, and as mothers do, they talk about how proud they are of their kids and all this fun stuff. And so when Michael had published his first book, he signed one to my mom, something about the best bookstore in Florida. Of course, I believe that. And so that's just a really cool thing. I love that about my store, is that it brings people together, if only for a moment, to enjoy something together as humans. Ultimately, that's what I want to create. I want to create a destination where people can feel safe to share and not judge. Getting back to my mom, not judge. She was brilliant at it. She was brilliant. And so that's what I want to create with the store. Mr. Brant started it, my mom continued it, and I'd like to create the store that I think both of them wanted, but just weren't ready to create yet. Words can do that, like the right words at the right time, all of us. It could come from a friend, it could come from a book, it could come from a quote, but words can do that. They can shift your reality a bit to make it easier for you to move forward. I mean, life's not easy. It's a little crazy out there. And I really enjoy the fact that with so much knowledge, it can make people's lives better. I know, it's just books, it's just ink and paper, but I've heard hundreds, if not thousands of stories about how books can move people forward. And I love that. And that's why I think it's important. Because especially now, we all need that tribal fire that we can go to, and we can enjoy each other, and we can do it without judgment. I mean, our skin might be different color, our houses might look different, our politics might be different, but ultimately, everybody just wants the same thing. They want to be happy. They want to have their families fed. They want to love their children and be able to, make sure they have a safe environment. I mean, everybody really just wants the same thing. So if we all want the same thing, why can't we just connect and work towards the same thing together? I mean, this is like prehistoric Google in here. You can find out anything. And to be quite honest, I trust a lot of this stuff more than I trust Google nowadays. I think the internet is amazing, but I think it's a little overwhelming too. And so when you say social media, I think social media has certainly helped the business, because I have a lot of younger people come in, I have a lot of older people come in that find me through social media. I think it's a great way to kind of show my books off and kind of see this and kind of see that. So I can't say social media has been a bad thing, except that it's so time consuming. And for me, doing everything else, it's not something that I love to do, but I know it has its place, so it's important. It's not anything that that Mr. Brant ever thought about, but it's important to the business, and so it's something that I'll do. And so I think if we can learn to take that time again, even if it's only 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, then we can kind of bring ourselves back down and kind of center ourselves a little bit. And books do that. Books give you the opportunity to say, wait a minute, I really like that book. I'm going to sit down for 15 minutes and I'm going to read, you know, because I think we all need to get back to understanding that we deserve that time for us instead of being pulled in a million different directions with work and kids and jobs and the world and, you know, whatever it is out there. I think we all need to kind of realize that we need to take care of ourselves first and just kind of soothe ourselves first. And it could be a cup of coffee, it could be a book, it could be walking the beach. It could be just walking into a bookstore and sitting down and petting Max, because I have people that just do that and then they leave, you know? But I think we all need to come back down to our base level and find whatever makes us really happy and then just indulge in that. And it's not easy. God knows it's not easy. It's taken me forever to figure it out. But I think that it's definitely part of the healing process that's going to move us forward as people. Because when it comes down to it, we're all just humans. We're all just people here trying to live our lives and move forward. And if my store can create an environment where people can come in and just be who they are and enjoy other humans on a very basic level, hopefully on a more basic level than that, but it can start, then I know I've got a super cool store.